A happy oyster does not produce a pearl. With each flu, you responded with more resistance. With each broken bone, you solidified, calcified, became stronger. With each difficulty, you grew more. So, no matter where you started from, if you got here, it means that this point is a stimulus. Oh no, what were you born from? The point where you came from, the school you went to, explains your past, of which you have control is average. You did not choose your family. But the future is determined by choices. Now you will start making mathematically adequate choices. It is a choice. Strategic. What is strategy? Greek word, military. Extract waters. Aiming at the end of the war and not at its unfolding. Just advancing or retreating according to your final objective. What would I have liked to have heard when I was 16? The first thing I would like to emphasize to you, all that lies ahead is a blank book that I know the future. You have nothing before you, a blank sheet of paper. It will not be done by good or bad teachers. It will be done by you. There is no magic in the future. There is nothing that is not the result of a journey, which is effort. Effort that you have already made a point of making here. So you made a titanic effort and got here. First mistake for you to remember. This is a step. You got here because you made an effort. The ladder will be arduous, and the biggest challenges are there. Effort is a bath. Congratulations if you took it yesterday. Today, again, you have to understand that daily effort is a key to any career. You did it, you got there, you reached this level of a leap, you are on your proudest day. Thanks to your effort. Congratulations. Now begins the next stage of effort. Celebrate. Drink some still water today. Wake up early. And tomorrow begins. The hardest part of the effort. And when I say that effort is a bath, since the daily routine is repetitive and not cumulative, you cannot use that as an argument. I've been taking a bath for the last 5 years. It's time to take a federal break. I've already taught elite students from Sao Paulo, children of millionaires treated with Danone. There's already been one to Tiny. They've never tried a thing like a Tabena. Schools of the best possible quality. And they didn't move forward because they had the conditions. It's the first step, having the conditions, social and intellectual characteristics, general characteristics, explains today's victory. Today is a day of victory for you, but it's a victory for today. Tomorrow you'll need another bath. With each difficulty, you grew more convinced of Wolverine Claw. Adamantium Claw. Those are the ones who survived. Resilience. It's not tomorrow. Study. Be careful not to do what the runners of the South Sylvester Marathon do. The starting gun is given, and the amateurs take off. There are more than 20 kilometers per hour in long and decisive strides, like a chicken flight. Why 3 blocks later? They're on the sidewalk, exhausted and anaerobic. There's no point in having arrived obese at the end of the holidays. And to say that this week I'm going to be defined, the body does not work with this logic. So, it doesn't matter where you started. If you got here, it means that this point is a stimulus. But the future is determined by choices. Whoever does enough reaches a sufficient level of excellence. Whoever does more reaches a level of excellence. And I decide that progress is my effort. Another very important piece of advice. In order for me to have a future, I have to have freedom. What guarantees freedom in the future is, among other things, having options. In order to have options, I cannot have addictions. Addictions, an old expression, they reduce freedom. People who have addictions in general have less chance of freedom. In order for me to have freedom, I must not have addictions. Stay as far away as possible from useless addictions, like cigarettes. Stay away from drugs. There are no drug addicts. Victorious. It is not a moral campaign. It is practical when you avoid excessive alcohol and drugs. Check if you are not accessing your cell phone automatically. Avoid everything that takes away your freedom. The scarce way to make the most of your time, to make the most of your day, is not to make it more enjoyable. It is to make it more effective. So, when I say carpe diem, I mean when you go to sleep, sleep. Don't take things to bed. Take only your body. Sleep. When you eat, how? When you go out, date. When you go out, study. The drama of today is a lack of focus, which is anti-strategic. What a non-strategic person lives in that moment. Anticipate. Think, in what time frame will I have to complete my course? How many subjects per semester? How many hours per day can I study? How many hours per day will I have to sleep, which is essential? So, sleep and learn the amount of order. Younger people need more sleep than people in my age group, on average 8 hours. He started sleeping 12:14. Is this a problem? It could be an indication of depression. Do not confuse it. It is sadness caused by a fact and is temporary, and an important thing in life with depression. The depressive is not there because he don't have any power, a fact that is temporary, and an important part of life with depression. The depressed person is not there because he can't leave the room. It's stronger than him. So, understand, I did badly on a test. I got kicked out by my girlfriend. Sadness is normal, and the tragic framework that makes joy possible. And finally, I'll add on the other side that an actress will mark a good professional. A good human being is you being able to read the reality around you. All the facts will bring it to the surface. This ability to reach reality. This is where I am at this moment, here now. And this moment is a moment that I will act, not later with resilience. Tomorrow, all over again, and the next day, all over again. Notice everything I said now about choosing. I said, it's great. I can apply it from today on by listening to what I said. Total nonsense. I'm going to ignore it too. You started to think, there is no guru. Do not follow anyone blindly. Stay away from vices. Avoid wasting time on nonsense and focus on what you want. May you think on this day, saying one more staircase, step by step, victory, horizon. Victory is not a place. Never settle.